Hi friends, good morning everybody. How are you? Did you watch last day's class? Is it clear or not? In the last class, we have discussed the properties of solids, liquids and gas. Am I right? Okay, today we have to prove that some of the properties. Is it clear? Today we have to prove some of the properties. This is a deflated balloon. Then see this one. This is an inflated balloon. Can you see any difference between these two? This is inflated balloon and this is a deflated balloon. Then while carrying this, we can feel some difference in their weight. That means this contains some air in it. I filled the air in the balloon. Am I correct? So there is a difference in the weight. That means air has some weight. Is it clear? Air has some weight. This is an empty glass. You know that? Then I perpendicularly immersed this glass into the water. Then can you see anything? Does water enter into the glass or not? Can you see that? The water doesn't enter into the glass. Can you tell me the reason? What is the reason why the water doesn't enter into the glass? Tell me. Can anybody say the answer? See that this glass, this empty glass contains lot of air in it. That's why the water, it is filled with the air molecules. That's why water doesn't enter into the glass. Then see now the water, when I tilted this glass, some of the air particles comes out. You see the bubbles. What is that? It is the air molecules. Then when I enter into this glass into the water comes into the glass. That means in the first time the water doesn't enter into the glass because this glass contains full of air. That means what can be identified from this experiment? Can you tell me? Air needs some space to occupy. Is it clear? This glass fully occupied with air. That's why the water doesn't enter. There is no space to enter by the water. Is it clear that? Then I'll show you one more experiment with this water and the glass. See this one? Then this is a glass with water. Is it clear? Then I place the paper over it and press it. Then I keep it upside down the glass and water. See this one, the water and the paper doesn't fall down. Is it clear or not? Did you see that one? The water and the paper doesn't fall down. What is the reason? Can you tell me this? See this one? What is the reason? See, the air exerts some pressure on the water and the paper. That's why the water and the paper doesn't fall down when I keep it upside down. Is it clear that from this we can say that three of the properties are proved. Is it clear? That means air has some weight and at the same time air needs some space to occupy, and the next one is air exerts some pressure. So these are some of the properties of matter. Now see this one, the arrangement of particles. How can we arrange the particles? You have already learned, you have already written in your notebook the structure in the notebook. See this one, this is a pen tin with tightly packed with the pens. Am I right? See this one? Then this is the arrangement in the solid particles. That means the molecules are tightly packed. So we cannot move these particles here and there. Is it clear? And there is no space between the particles also. Am I right? So we cannot move it and there is no space between the particles. And the force of attraction is high. They are very closely packed. Then I will take some of the pens. See this one. See this one. Now we can say that this is the arrangement in the liquids. Now we can move these particles here and there, and at the same time there is some space in between the molecules. This is the arrangement of particles in liquids. That means there is some intermolecular space and the particles can be moved from here and there. So So we can say that this is the arrangement of particles in liquids. Then I'll take some more pens from this tin. See this one. Now you can see that there is only a little bit particles. This is the arrangement in gas. That means there is intermolecular space between the particles. Particles can move it freely. Is it clear? Particles can move it clearly, and the arrangement is very loosely packed. The arrangement is very loosely packed. Am I correct? So from this we can say that the arrangement of particles in solids, you have learned already, arrangement of particles is very closely packed. Then there is no intermolecular space, and the force of attraction is high, and particles cannot move. For liquid particles, then the arrangement is not very closely, it's loosely packed. Then there is little bit intermolecular space between the particles, and the force of attraction is less compared to solids. Then the last one is about the gas. It is freely moved, and there is lot of intermolecular space between them, and at the same time less attraction between the particles. So this is about the arrangement of particles in solids, liquids and gas. Am I right? Did you understand that? Is it clear or not? Then these are the properties of matter. So I have proved that the properties of matter, at the same time the arrangement of particles. Okay, now I will stop it that you have already written this one in the notebooks. You have to see that one and learn that one. Okay, thank you.